What's going on, Joe fans? Mr. 1013 here with another sub team series episode. We are on episode number 8, and we are going over the Dreadnoks. This one's been a long time coming. I definitely wanted to wait till we got Zanya in the line, so we definitely want to see her, of course, in the classified series lineup. And again, this series is about the GI Joe figures who made it in the classified, the sub team figures that made it in the classified, and some who haven't and we're waiting on. And hopefully we get to see them sooner than later. So let's get right into it. Today's episode is about the Dreadnoks. The Dreadnoks are a reprehensive group of mercenaries, vandals, and thieves who worked for both Zartan and Cobra over the years, specializing in violence and destruction. The Dreadnoks have no regard for anyone or anything but themselves and fast money. Their diet consists of a little more than chocolate-covered donuts and grape soda, and you can definitely see the Easter eggs on the not even the Easter eggs, but you can see those elements put into some of the box art of the Dreadnought figures and classified. You see the grape soda cans and everything laying on the ground, and those shots are always looking dope, especially with them being in the garage. But let's get into who made it to classified, and we're going to start off with, of course, Zartan. So as you can see right here, the original was released in 1984. We got a mono release in 2008, and then we got the classified release in 2021. So there were like 3 different Zartans. You had a retro card back, you had a con exclusive, which had like a bluer tinted skin, and then you had the classified release in 2021. And as we look and compare to how he evolved over from O-Ring to classified, they did a pretty great job, man, capturing the essence of Zartan. We got just a little tad bit more burgundy down here on the O-ring, which translated well to the modern figure, and we got like that darker brown, and then we got that touch of more of a brown than a burgundy up here. Some touches of brown on the sculpt of the hood here as well. Some nice detailing, and we'll look at that once we get to look at the figure in hand. But let me know what you guys think. How do you guys think the modern version of Zartan translated? And while we get into that, Zartan also came with his backpack, a gun, a monkey paw. I believe this is the snake's head or something like that, and the knife. And he comes with one mask for disguise on the classified version. But in the con exclusive, he came with several heads, maybe like 6 different head sculpts or like masks to put on, and again the color changing skin. But let's take a look at Zartan in hand. So as we look at him in hand, we can see he again very nice. The not as much burgundy as we seen in the original or the modern era. This does come off kind of loose, so we get that head sculpt of Zartan. Some very nice clean paint apps around the eyes. Very solid figure. I'm glad that they muted the. I mean, we could have made it a little bit more burgundy. It's more like a dark brown though on this figure, maybe like a hint of red. But I like what they did here. The touches of black gloss on the armor, on top of the matte black, and just those hits just to make it pop a little bit. We do have pinless elbows, knees, double joints on all parts and portions. Nice detailing on the armor. Nice detailing on like the gauntlets and the knife sheaths and everything like that. Very nice shoulder guards here. And again, nice detailing on the cowl right here. Got some like alligator or snake print or something like that. Some reptile skin on the hood, which is a very nice touch as well. I wish this fit just a little bit better on top. Of course, we did a full review a few years ago. So if you want to see the full review of the figure, we could definitely tap into that in the list or history of videos that we received, but that we recorded. But yeah, man, solid figure, solid Zartan. Great update to classified in my opinion. And we're going to move on to the next figure. So up next, we have, of course, Xandar, the brother of Zartan. And this was an amazing upgrade, man. As you can see, we got the original O-Ring, which was released in 1986. We got the modern version in 2012, and he was a part of the Big Bad Toy Store pack, I believe. And And then we got the classified release of 2025. And they went all out, man. I can tell they have fun with doing like the Dreadnoks, just like the detailing on some of the later releases of the Dreadnoks. They just added that more detail and more character, more, just that punch to the figure. So let's take a look. So of course the 2012 version is closer to the O-ring, which is a very nice touch. We got some subtle touches here on the brown gloves, but pretty much one for one. We did get some additions of some gold hits on the boot right here. Well, that's pretty cool. Instead of having the belt rear, we got like a sash over here. Same holster, same tatted designs, face scars, and everything. Looks really good. Holsters, very nice. But in the modern version, man, they just did their thing. In the classified version, I'm sorry, they just did their thing, man. All the nice, like, dark gold hits, almost like that, almost like a copper, man, like the little red tint to the gold hits on here. It looks very good. They added the vest, which I like, just to give him a little bit more protection. And then once you take this off, he does have the tattoos under there as well. We got the red hair over here. Very nice touches, like almost like flames on the scars on his face. Now, I'm sorry, on the marks on his face. We got an extra tattoo right here. This is probably one of the better Dreadnoks in the classified line. So we got some heaters in there. Knee pads are blue versus the gold this time. We got a little brown knee pad wrapping around the jeans. We got the holster on the side, and then we got more of a dark navy versus a almost light blue, almost like a Carolina blue, if you want, and more of a blue here. So we got like a darker muted blue, which touches very nice. I mean, Xander was a dope figure. Xander also came with, before we take the in-hand look, he also came with his backpack. Very nice details here. Spear gun, some type of machete or bladed weapon, his knife, and the sidearm right here. And we're going to take a look at Xandar in hand. And again, just a beautiful figure, bro. Again, that gold is very nice on him. Look at this. This is what we like to see. Look at the detail. Look how that gold hits on those shoulder pads. I'm sorry. The chest piece. Again, we got like a gray pants on here with a slate blue, maybe, on a holster matching the vest, matching the web gear, I should say. Very nice detail on the boots. Again, they put the money in some of these characters. I don't remember what wave he came with. I don't know if this is a standout figure in that wave or not, but he is definitely standout. We got the nice gold hits on the chain here. Very nice detail on the gauntlets, as you can see, with the strings, the molding here. Oh, this is beautiful. The chain mail. And again, if you take the vest off, you can, let's see if we can peek up under there. Let's see, can we get it? Yep, so you can see there's the mark under there. So you can see the marks are on the chest piece. So if you want to get this off, can you unpin it? I don't know how you can get this off, but there's a way you can get it off. Maybe, I'm not sure. But they're definitely under there, as you can see. Then again, the head sculpt looks very good. Very nice touch on the earrings. Hair blowing in the wind. Xandar is a dope figure and amazing update to classify. One of the best Dreadnoks in the line, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. So we're going to move on to our next figure in the line. And of course, we're going to have Zorana. I think Zorana was the next after Zartan. We'll see. She was released in 2022 in the modern version. Her O-ring was released in 1986. Modern release in 2011, and she was a Comic-Con exclusive. And she came with the Cold Slither Black version too. Now that'll be a dope version to have. I thought we were going to see that, especially since we had the Cold Slither band as part of the convention. So maybe we could see her later on. But then we had the classified version in 2022. So pretty much they added a couple different touches. As you can see, the modern version hit a little bit more closer to home with matching the color scheme with the burgundy belt, burgundy knee pads, black boots. We got it a gold buckle here. burgundy. So it's pretty much almost one for one between these two. They did add a little pizzazz right here with the mohawk, with adding that yellow dye up top. Um, then we looking at the classified version. So we added more brown instead of the burgundy here. So we got the brown knee pads, brown hits, basically replacing the burgundy pretty much. Jacket looks really good. I like how they added a little detail here with the studs. We got the zippers and everything going down the side. Face sculpts look pretty good. I do like this hair sculpt. She does have two hair pieces. She has this one, as we'll see in her accessories look. She has this hair piece, and then she has one that's closer to the original here. The black gloves are a little bit different. These are more closer to the original versus here. We got more padding on here. We added the chain where the chain is here originally, and we see it here. Yeah, let's get into her accessories so we can see what she came with. And again, she came with her alternate head sculpt, which is closer to the original O-ring version. She comes with the gun with the saw on the end, the heated knife. I like to call this the heated knife. It looked like the blade is hot. And she has, this is where the backpack is, and that inserts there. And she also comes with her knife. I didn't get on here like her small blade, but we're going to take a look as around it in hand. And here she is. So again, I think she was one of the first. Since we got, let me focus in for you. I'm sorry about that. And since we got like how Xandar was, man, and like some of the later Dreadnoks, I wish she would have had a little bit more detail. Maybe a bigger chain or some more detailing on the gauntlet, because they had so much character on. Like when we just saw Xander, he just had so much updated detail. I mean, I don't know what else they could have done, but she looks good for what she is. I mean, the head sculpt is beautiful. I like the expression she has. I like the hair piece as we got the mullet going on to the back where we have the pink hair hanging down, then kind of tapered, cut on the sides with the orange, yellow going to the orange and to the pink. That's pretty dope. Let's see if we can get a closer look at her head sculpt real quick. Again, beautiful paint job on the sculpt. Grimacing, teeth clenched down. Very nice look. Then we got some nice paint details on the shoulder blades. Again, we have a couple little spikes on here. Maybe we could have got like some gold or some silver hits on those spikes or something, man, just to make that pop out. Again, we see what they did with Xander. And even on the elbow pads, maybe could have gave that a little gold hit or some stud hits on there, some painted silver to match the studs on the jacket. Then on the back, you got a little bit of detail. More onto the pockets. Denim has a nice little texture on there, dark navy blue. The stockings, just kind of like a solid paint. If that would have been like a mesh, that would have been great, like they did on Zanya. That would have been a nice little touch, making more of a stocking versus just a solid pink paint. There's some things they could have updated was around her, but overall, when she first came out, I was excited to get her because she was like one of the later figures in the modern era, that in the 25th anniversary era that we got. So I'm kind of glad we got her out early, but I wish she would have had a little bit more detail put into her in the classified version. Moving on to the next, we have Buzzer. Buzzer's another one. This was a great update though, translating from the original O-ring to the modern to the classified version. So we got the O-ring that was released in 1985, modern release was 2007, and then we got the classified release in 2023. So one of the things that I do like how they translated was the black padding. They actually added holsters or pads that's wrapped around the legs. That was a great addition. So this is sometimes like, I don't think the knee pads are needed always. Just like how we got here, like you just wearing jeans, man. So sometimes they're not needed, and sometimes they are. Or I mean, I'm glad they did at least put both of them on here instead of having one knee pad. I never got why we get one knee pad on one and not on the other. But that's neither here nor there. So again, looking at the original O-ring to the classified, they still had the skull belt on here. They had the black patch coming down here, which matches here. T-shirt looks really good. We got the grenade holster coming down. We only have one grenade and a flashbang here. We got two grenades here. Then we got like two grenades here. We got the dog tags and the badge. Dog tags and the badge. We do have another little emblem up here, which looks pretty good. Tattoos matching. Glasses are removable on him. I kind of wish they sat better. They don't sit really good on the figure. So they are kind of loose, which is kind of unfortunate, but hey. Looks like they added the gloves to him. He didn't have gloves on the original. Black glove here and then like a wristband, forearm wrap around here. Nothing over here. Got some hair on the arms. Pretty much it. We got some nice hits on like updates on the boots here. But let's take a look at some of the accessories. And he, of course, Buzzer comes with his chainsaw, very nicely detailed, looks really good. Got this chain blade weapon. We got a pistol with some wrapping around the handle. Another dreadnought weapon with the bat with the two blades on the side and a knife. So we're gonna take a look at Buzzer and Ham. And here he is. Great update. No complaints. I think they did enough with him. He does have, I didn't mention about this liner, but he does have, there we go, double jointed pinned knees, pinless elbows though, all double jointed. I don't know what else they could have did with Buzzer when it comes to, because he didn't have like a lot of armor or anything on him. Adding the vest will take away from his original look of just having the cut off shirt or ripped off shirt. Maybe they could have added something else. We would be in Buzzer, maybe some more bladed little weapons or things or such like that. But other than that, this was a pretty dope update. Again, the colors look really good. Nice shiny metallic silver paint used on the buckle and on dog tags, on the badge. Tattoo's really clean right there. Head sculpt looks really good. Probably could have gave him a little bit more, he has some. No, he doesn't. I was trying to see if he had like a little bit of stubble on the chin or not. They probably could have added a little bit of that, but he's real clean shaved. You got the ponytail going green. Tie matching the holster. Solid. Nice little detail on the watch right there. Nothing on this hand. And there we have Buzzer. So we're going to move on to the next. And we have Ripper. So now this is where like they're doing a thing, man. I think they really enjoy doing the Dreadnoks because they do a great job with updating, whether it be the head sculpt or just the accessories and additions that they add on here. So let's take a look at them. So he has the nice sheath on the O-Ring was released in 1985. Modern release was 2008. And we had two versions of Ripper. He actually had like a leopard top on, yellow and black leopard top on in one of the figures. And then we have the original, the classified that was released in 2023. So definitely darkened up the pants here, gave him more of a denim feel versus like this really bright blue here and here. Looking at classified to O-Ring, they got the holster. They added some knee pads on here. We got some black boots. We do have the knife holster here. We have the dog tags up here. And were these dog tags as well? Or was this more of a we got the dog tags on here. So these more like bullets or something, or bullet shells or something, but they could be dog tags. So we got the grenades added from the modern release. We do have a grenade here on the O-Ring. But head sculpt wise, man, what a what an update, bro. This head sculpt is beautiful. We got the beard. I love the look that they gave him, the expression that they added onto Ripper. Hairstyle looks good. We got the band over here, so we got the gold here. We just got a gold wrap around here, but they added like the spikes and things like that. So I wish they would have did something like this was around it to add like more to like the spikes and studs and things like that on her. Here we don't have a glove anymore, so he didn't have any gloves here. Had one glove here. They added a watch here and added the black spiked out gauntlet on the side on this arm. Again, very nice update. The chain right here matching this one looks really good. What did Ripper come with? Ripper came with his Jaws of Life Ripper weapon, a nice little pistol bayonet right here. Uh, I'm sorry, not say brass knuckle, a knuckle bust duster knife here, and a nice rifle with a bayonet on it as well. So let's take an in-hand look at Ripper. And again, very nice. The Dreadnoks, man, they do their thing with like a lot of the new figures, man. But you could tell the love, the love they have for like certain figures or certain sub teams, man. They just do the extra. This looks really good. Again, we got the nice gold hit here. We got the nice detail on the studs down here. On the spikes on the gauntlets here. We got pinless double jointed elbows and knees. We got some nice tattoos on the arm, on the bicep, and the forearm. Nice tattoo here. Again, we got the dog tags. The nice spikes on top of the vest here. Web gear looks really good. Got that leather texture on there. The glasses are removable. And there we got some nice detail. We got the teardrop tattoo. Is that a teardrop tattoo? And the glasses, as you can see, let's get a look at the haircut, man. The detail in the mohawk, very nicely done. Looking at the back of the figure here, some nice little detailing. And again, the glasses do come off, but they sit well on Ripper. They don't sit this well. See, they fit right on him, man. So look at that. Perfect. So they got it done pretty good with that mold in there. Then the nice little chain it's not too shiny. Details on the belt. Again, they know how to hit on certain figures, man. Some of those smaller details are not on some of these figures. But as we move on, we are now going to look at the next Dreadnok, and we got Torch. And Torch, man, again, this is where that love, those slight additions that they added and classified. So as we can see, the original O-ring released in '85, the modern released in 2008, and the classified released in 2024. So we're going to compare the O-ring versus the classified version. So the boots do have like a little flap on covering the knee pad, but they gave it this super, this big flap over here, which is it's okay. It doesn't have to be this high, but that's just a little small detail. Both holsters are added here. This time around, we do have the black gloves matching, but he added like the chains. He got the chains. He got the flame tattoos going. Both forearms. He has the nice. Well, he has the little arm wrap here, but now again we got the studs, and the vest is just amazing, man. Took what they had from the original and the modern with the 3 buckles. You got the chain. We got skull detail added on here. We got the hits of the silver for the zippers. He has the collar with the studs on there. The chain, the rope chain with the skull. Silver metallic paint. The glasses here. So he has some wild glasses got it here. Red headband glasses here. And we got, instead of being black, they're kind of like a purple tinted out, reddish purple tinted out. Almost plum, if you will, plum colored glasses, which is a nice touch. Nice texture on the denim. Belt buckle matching the original. And then the modern release, we have this big holster on the side here. We got some armbands around here that looks okay. Same kind of mug across the board though. So the head sculpt followed and upgraded as it should. And what the Torch come with? Torch came with, of course, a bunch of torches. It has the black patch. It has Nox Rule on the back of the canister. We got a couple of different flame accessories to plug into the flamethrower, 2 sidearms, the hose. And let's take an in-hand look. And here we have it. Again, this time the glasses are actually molded on, which some folks would have preferred that the glasses were molded on the Dreadnoks and then had, the option to take them off because they might get lost. But Again, just the small things they added on there. We do have just like the gray plastic versus like the metallic painted plastic for the chains around the forearms, like we have on the belt. The belt looks really clean. Again, the vest is done very nice. The detail on it, man, you can see that leather texture on there. The detailing on the skull, on the chains, the silver hits on the armband, the studs on the back, the chain going back on the back like that. Look at this detail, the flame on the pockets. It's not like one color. They actually hit with the red trim and orange at the bottom. Um, Here's those boots. We see them a couple of times on a couple of figures, but again, we have this big flap. It doesn't hinder anything. They do have a little give to them. Double jointed, pinless elbows and knees. And again, head sculpt looks really good for the updated version. The glasses are molded in with that same kind of. It's not fully metallic, but you can see it does have a little bit of shimmer to it on the glasses. So again, another solid Dreadnought upgrade to classified. Going on to the next figure, we have Monkey Rich and another great update to the classified line. So as we look at the original O-Ring, which released in 1986, to the modern release 2009, to the classified release 2025, pretty much follow suit. I mean, he had these enormous grenades on the O-Ring, and as well as the 2009 version, was translated really well over here. Not the silver, they actually gave him the army green with the which grenades are these? The you know which ones are. They're not the shrapnel grenades. These look like the shrapnel grenades. They added the scarf on here. Nice tattoo on the arm, matching here. So very nice details added on the classified version. Got the chains hanging from the belts. Nice touch on the belt buckle. I mean, we have that here and here as well. We do have the patch pants here. No patches on this, the original. We had the burgundy bandanas, which translate over here. We missed them on the modern release. We have the gloves that match. Got those studs on there as well. We got some very nice detail on the vest, as you can see, and we'll get a better look on the in-hand version. Just they added the silver hits on the zipper, some silver hits on here as well. We actually got the seatbelt buckle, which is a very dope detail that they added right here. Head sculpt looks amazing. See some detail with the scarring on his face. As you can tell, his glasses are removable, but they sit very well on him. Again, they got like the Chuck Norris head sculpt on the modern release as I'm looking at it, but looks really good, man. Another beautiful update. And Monkey Rich came with a few things. So he came with an alternate hair sculpt. And I say hair sculpt because you can take his hair off and replace it with this this hair sculpt. His glasses, the mask to cover up his face. So we have the option to have this one or this one. Some very nice wrench axes, two fighting fists, the pitchfork gun that he comes with, and a revolver here. And we are going to take a look at Monkey Rich in hand. And here he is. And again, another figure where the glasses sit very nice. They actually sit under the hairpiece, so they're pretty sturdy up under there. So you don't have to worry about them going anywhere. Just got to make sure we adjust them a little bit. And they have like a somewhat clear plastic in them, so they're not completely solid. You can kind of see through them a little bit. Again, we got some nice touches on the seat belt buckle harness with the red push button to click, take that off. We got the hits on the burgundy. I'm sorry, the silver metallic paint on top of the vest looks really good. The zipper. Those again, these little details mean a lot to me. Again, especially with the price point of the figures that we get, those small details matter. Nice little tattoo here. Nice tattoo there. We got the silver metallic paint on the chains. Again, the same kind of belt buckle hit right here on it, and some very nice detailing on the holster as well. We got the rips in the pants instead of the patches. Very nice touch with the rip on the actual knee. Burgundy bandanas. Boots look good. Got some little texture on there as well. Turning to the back, we got the black leather patch on the back. Again, man, solid figure. Dreadnoks are perfect, and I'm excited to see the rest that we'll be getting um, down the line. Got Yojo June coming up, so I'm excited to see what we're going to talk about and what they're going to have to announce. But solid figure, Monkey Wrench. Let's get on to the next figure, right? So now we're moving on to Naugahyde. I love Naugahyde, man. This is again the I'm gonna keep saying, you're gonna hear me keep saying it throughout the through the rest of the episode, man. They just did a great job. They just did a great job with the Dreadnoks. Just some subtle differences here as well. He's closer to the original as he should be versus the modern. So the original O-Ring came out in 1989. The modern release came out in 2012. Again, a part of the Big Bad Toy Store set, and Classified came out in 2024. So this one on the original, we have no G.I. Joe. You know, we don't like them. So, but he had the Anarchy sign over here. Then he has, as far as the chains go, he had this one. Did he have a tag? It don't look like he had one. I thought he did. But we have the chain with the teeth on there, which translated to the modern release, and was translated to the Classified. The vest looks amazing on the Classified. The textures and everything with the prints versus the spots, they actually make, like, you know, a more accurate print over here. On this one, we have more like a vest, a tactical vest with just the fur around the neck, which was cool alternate. But this one's definitely closer to the original. So we got the belt. This has the sash on here. The belt has the grenades, the flashbangs. We got a nice hit of the silver here. Nice update. The blue pants kind of translate across the board. We got the silver knee pads on this guy. And here's what I'm talking about. He has the one knee pad. Either take it, put both, or not. Either put both of them on there or not. He has the barbed wire studded, or the, you know what I'm saying, gauntlet over here, which is he has on the Classified version. He just has gloves on a modern release. And I like the addition of having the fur and the same kind of teeth and leather gauntlet over here. Head sculpt looks very good. Kind of gave him versus the straight look, gave him more of expression to the original O-Ring in '89 for the Classified version. He also has, we can see a little better in the in-hand look. He has some strands of hair up under there too. So I think that was some nice character that they added, as well as more tattoos. So let's go see what Naugahyde came with. So he came with a few things. He came with his bow and arrow. He comes with a backpack with the bows on there. He has a sniper case. He has the machete, his hat, of course, two pets. I don't remember exactly what the names of them are, but two pets here and here, very well articulated. As you can see, we have a lot of joints here on the pets, and then his sniper rifle, which can be broken down and put into the case. So let's take an in-hand look at Naugahyde. And here he is. Very nicely done, man. Again, we can see right off the bat, we can see like the scars up here. And I thought it was here, but it's actually like scars where he might have got scratched or something like that, you know what I'm saying, trying to deal with the animals. Very nice. This vest, man, they did a job. Look at the texture on that thing. The paint apps with the leopard print going all the way on the back. Look at the knife sheath. It actually has fur textures on there. The armband with the teeth on there. There's the nice crisp tattoo. Same on this arm. The teeth, the detailing, man. The teeth. You know, if you want to close it up. The dog tags. Here, head sculpt again, beautifully done. The belt looks really good. The detailing on the gauntlet with the studs and like the wrap on it, that looks beautiful. Here's the fur with the teeth wrapped around on the other side. Black gloves. Nice little army green knee pad. Going down to the shin protectors down there. Then we got this wrapped around here as well. How do you guys feel about when they do the sheath down here around and wrapped around the boot? You think it's too much, or should it just be molded on the side versus an attachment on the side? Let me know what you guys think. But again, another solid Dreadnought figure, man. we're going to move on to our next figure. And we're almost through. It's a lot of Dreadnoks, man. But we move. So, Road Pig. So, a lot of folks, and let me know if you were one of them, were kind of upset that we didn't get the more muscular, you know what I'm saying, Road Pig. I like that they gave him more of a bigger body. You know what I mean? Um, this would have been cool as well, like having a more stockier. But I like the way it just give him a little bit, in my opinion, just give him a little bit more character. Something that we haven't seen in Classified, like a figure with this build. And I'm wondering what they're going to do with, with the mode with this figure. If they're going to do something else. We're supposed to get the Sonic Fighter version a Road Pig, so we'll see if that's the one that's going to be announced, because I know they just didn't make this for one time use. But maybe a new character, excuse me, a new G.I. Joe figure that we haven't seen before. To maybe on the Joe side that can match this mask. So we'll see. But I love what they did here. Just looking at the original release in '88, the modern release 2012, which again I think was a part of the Big Bad Toy Store set. And then the classified version released in 2024. So we got like more of a leather chaps over here versus like black pants. We have the studded part right here, brown with the silver hits in here. We got is that a pig right there on the buckle? We'll see in a closer look. Silver hits buckles on here. Excuse me, love the tattoos that they added on the stomach. Then we got them on the arms. We got the chain around here. Nice detailing on the pad, the football pads up here, like that was done. Added gloves on both hands. Nice detailing over here with the holster. I love the knee pad detail that they added with the big warthog Road Pig knee pad here versus here. And they kind of match down here. As you can see, it has little brown slits in there with the metal pieces on here. Head sculpt. He has two head sculpts that we'll see in his accessories, but I'm imposing mine with this one. Red stripes around the hair. I think it's a little bit more detailed, a little texture over here versus just red stripes on the modern release. But this one was decent as well. Glad we got him. It had the use. It was pretty simple. He had the Zartan Dreadnok logo on his belt, though. And let's see what Roby came with. He came with a lot of accessories. He's a deluxe figure, man. He came with a pet with two head sculpts, articulation. The pet had a mask, as you can see here. He has the hook here. He had him with a shield, two fists. He also came with an alternate head sculpt right here. Was this? Can we put this over them? Let me see. I think we could put that over. No, that was actual head sculpt. Okay, this was actually a different head sculpt you can plug in versus putting over the head. So we had two different head sculpts, so three altogether. Come with a cinder block hammer. It came with another like crazy looking hammer right here. This is very detailed, very nice. And like I said, he came with a lot of accessories. But let's take a look at the in-hand version. And here we go. Just a big character, man. Let me grab another figure just so you can see like the height difference, which isn't too big. Like if he would have been a bigger figure, he's pretty much the same height, just a little bit taller than all guys. So if he would have been like a bigger figure, I think that would have gave more of a presence as well. But I was excited to get him in hand, man. As you can see, he has a lot of detail on there. He has this. Let me focus in on here. He has a crossbow on the wrist right here. Again, very nice detail on the stomach with the tattoo, the chain tattoo going around, tattoo on the forearm, the anarchy on the shoulder, then the certified grade A ham tattoo right here. And then this is a pig on the belt buckle right there. As you can see, very good. Now, the very nice touch of the leather texture on the brown piece, the silver metallic paint on the buckle. And then we're going down. Like, look at the detail and the paint on the knee pads, man. It gives you like that real kind of hard steel with that texture and that paint. That is beautifully done. The leather brown up under the metal. I was about to say Mattel, under the metal. Nice steel toe on the boots. There's a better look at that holster with the arrows on the side. Taking a look at the back, you got that silver studded belt. Then up here, we got some nice detail again on the padding right here. Got a skull right there. Look at the paint they did on it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just not like a solid cream or beige paint. You actually got some detail and some wash on there. The studs on the top of the other skull, some hits right there, some nice detail on the pad, as you can see, like with the pins, little crosshatch there, some stars on the side, and again the head sculpt. He has a 5 o'clock shadow. You can see. Then the red streak going all the way across, so all the way around the back of the head. Nice little earring right there. Pinless double jointed elbows and knees. And again, just a solid figure too, man. You know, he got some weight on him. But I think I really dig this road big, man. I'm glad that they took a risk and made him, you know, a little bit different than just that muscular buck that we got. Let's go on to the next. And finally, Zanya just recently released. I hope you got your hand. I was excited for Zanya, man. I didn't know she would be coming out with the chameleon, but hey, we got her. And we recently just did a review on it. So if you want to get the full review, she'll be up. But we didn't get an original O-ring release. We did get a 2012 release with the Big Bad Toy Store set. And we got her classified release just recently in 2026. So we had this to compare it to. This was definitely used a lot as Zorana parts with the shoulder blades. Shoulder pads, the whole t-shirt. The legs were a little different from there, but these are definitely Zorana parts. Then we had a new head sculpt right here. This was pretty cool for its time. You know what I mean? Like, they did what they had to do to get the figure out. But this one, man, they knocked this out the park. Very comic book accurate from the source material that they used. I mean, they got the fishnets up here. I love the attempt that they did for the modern era. Released again, this is 2012, and this is her first time being a figure. But this one is just amazing, man. I like the boots, the detail on the shirt. So we got the Dreadnok logo here, but we have more like a skull with a cobra sign on here. I think in the comics she had the Dreadnok logo on there, but the hands are actually got the hand wraps on here. Head sculpt is beautiful. I love the dreads, the color that she has, the collar. Again, a beautiful head sculpt. Let's see what she came with. And she came with, of course, again, the chameleon or the swamp skier. She came with an alternate head sculpt with the silver Jason mask. She has the helmet here, the pistol, the long pistol with the scope, two fighting fists wrapped up, machete, big shotgun here. And again, another solid, beautiful figure. And we're going to look at the in-hand real quick. And again, I was excited to have her. Beautiful looking figure. And comparing her to Zorana, they're about the same. Let me see, same height. And I'm just looking at like the detail. I mean, the head sculpt both are beautifully done. Let me see. Yeah, both are beautifully done here and here. But it's just like the smaller little details, right? Again, just like the actual fishnet that you can see on the skin here, going down here. If they could have did that with like the pants on Zorana, where the pink is, I think that'd have been just like extra little detail touch. Again, the wrap hands here. We have something going on with the chains. You know what I mean? With the chains. Silver chains. This is kind of molded on here as well. I'm looking back at the Zorana. So she has that as well. So all of them do have the chains. We got the silver hit on the buckle here. Very nice tattoos on the midsection right there. Pads on the kneecaps. Very nice steel-toe boots. Turn to the back, you can see the detail and the dreads and everything like that under here. There's nothing. The hairpiece is removable. And again, another solid, and I'm addition to the Dreadnoks. I'm glad we got Zanya. I'm definitely looking forward to Heart Wrencher. We got to get her. If they doing all the Dreadnoks, you might as well knock it out the park. Let us get Thrasher, Zanzibar, and Heart Wrencher, and I'll be set. I'll be good to go. So let's move on. Let's see who was left. So now this is who we're waiting on. So we got the original that was released in 1986 and modern release 2012, part of the Big Bad Toy Store set. And then we don't have the classified release yet. Will he come with the vehicle? Hopefully. Will it be a HasLab? Don't know. But I definitely would want to see, especially how, like, can you imagine how he would look in classified, man? It looks so dope. So I'm definitely hoping we can get Thrasher very soon, get an announcement, get something saying, hey, he's on the way, be on the lookout. So we're missing Thrasher, and we're also missing Zanzibar. Imagine how sweet he'll look in classified. Like these, it's a lot of new parts, you know what I mean? So these two figures, I think they're going to do amazing. They're going to look amazing. I can't wait to see. I don't know if I'm getting my hopes up too high, but I'm definitely looking forward to seeing both of them in the classified line. And here we are, the Dreadnought members who are left. And they have modern versions, but not O-ring versions. Maybe Burnout would have had like one of those. I think he might have like a Toys R Us set, or was he in Valor version? I might have been like one of those Toys R Us sets or whatever that Burnout was a part of. I'm not sure, but we did get Chaos. Well, it was a custom Chaos figure. I don't know which convention it was that they did a classified custom Chaos figure. It looked pretty good too. But we need Heart Wrencher. We have this version of Heart Wrencher that was modern era. Again, using the same parts that Zorana and Zanya used from the modern series. We added these overalls, and I think that came from like the Renegades Tunnel Red. It was one of those characters that they used this part from. So a lot of reusable parts. New head sculpt though. I would love to see her in classified, more comic accurate than this one though. This was their own take on her. Chaos, since he wasn't original, since he wasn't original, of course. Just seeing the updated version on a new addition to a new Dreadnought would be dope. Storm Rider would be very nice and classified. I don't think this would be too hard to make at all. So I think we could see him for sure. And then we got Burnout, and I think this will be I don't think he would be too complicated to do either. So we could possibly see all these. Out of all of them, we need Heart Wrencher for sure. Let me know who you guys would like to see or announce in classified. And moving on to the vehicles, we have the Dreadnok Cycle. As you can see displayed here, we have Xandar and Zorana on the back. This could be possibly a classified vehicle. I don't think we know what we want, but this could be just something that they could add to classified, but we'll see. We had the Dreadnought Air Assault. I don't see these being made for classified. I think they were just running with it. You can see it says Series over here. I think it's like a Series exclusive set right here. We also got the Ground Assault. This can definitely be made. Both of these pieces, even with the bike and the vehicle here, the Jeep here, because we got it already, right? So we can just paint those in the colors, and we could get it in. They could. Heart Wrencher, the modern era, came with this Jeep, so we could see this in classified again. You know what I mean? Fingers crossed. And again, we've seen this vehicle before with like Tiger Force Duke and Clutch, I believe, came with a bike as well. So we can definitely see both of these. done and classified. And we got the Swamp Fire. We don't have too many water vehicles out here right now, so I'll be surprised if we would even see something like this. Um, Not typically needed, but hey. And we're moving on to the what we want, the Thunder Machine. If this is a HasLab, I'm thinking it's definitely going to come with like at least the remaining three Dreadnoks that I mentioned with Zanzibar, Thrasher, and Heart Wrencher. Those could be like the unlocks for the Thunder Machine, and I know it'll get funded because everybody wants this to be available. So I don't know if it'd be like a made to order like the snow his tank, or if this is going to be like the HasLab. But I think this will be a beautifully done HasLab, especially like the lights and the things that they like to add to it. And then again, just having those extra figures tied to it would just be more push and to get this thing funded. And then Zanzibar with the pirate, with the air skiff. Now, could he come with something like this? I don't think a whole new mode or to make this in the classified is in their wheelhouse right now. So I think Zanzibar would either again come packaged, maybe two pack them, or maybe again come with like the HasLab. And I believe we have come to the end, of the slide. So again, I appreciate you guys, man, for checking out episode 8. This was a longer one, man. We had a lot of figures to go over, but this was a long one, but we made it through. I appreciate you guys for always coming through, like, sharing, subscribing to the channel, continue to just show up for me. I appreciate each and every one. You drop your comments in there. I like to talk back. So again, I appreciate you guys. This has been episode 8 of the sub team series, and this is the Dreadnouks sub team. And we'll catch you on the next one. Until then, peace.